right. Welcome back to the Chop Shop. This is Aaron,
And I'm Damon.
and we have our
Okay.
special guest with us. And introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm AJ.
And we brought AJ on here especially because he loves draft season, big college football fan, and he always really gets into the draft. So we are doing a predictive mock draft today. So this is our second 2 of 2 official Chop Shop mock drafts. We excited?
I'm super excited, man. Excited to have another Steelers fan on here. I know your patience is wearing thin, but I know where your heart lies. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty easy to get that way, honestly. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. We did what we would do last time, and now we're gonna try to guess the right answers. And it's always fun trying to like weed through the random intel that comes with these like top players and trying to figure out who's going where. So
Yeah, we've gotten a little extra insight, whether there's smoke screens or not, on directions that a couple teams might be going. We've had some news drop with Ruben Bain since we last. I don't think it's going to affect his stock too much, but
we'll
yeah,
see on air.
we will. Before the next time we meet, we will know. So. All right. I think we did want to get to anything additional. We wanted to kind of push that to the end here. AJ really just kind of focuses on football, so we'll knock that out first.
All right, and we basically kept the same pictures. Me and Aaron agreed to trade a Jets and Giants pick so that he's picking entirely for the Jets, and I'm picking entirely for the Giants. And AJ's taking Sean's pick, so he's going to take entirely for the Browns. It's going to be a fun little thing. We'll see how badly he fucks them over because he knows
Oh, I am, baby.
how great they are at the draft. How come draft season, how often they nail it. And we're going to start this off quick and easy. Raiders are taking Fernando Mendoza. Not going to overthink that. Take us to New York, Aaron. What's happening? What's going on draft night? The Jets have been met with a lot of different players. Recently canceled a top 30 visit with David Bailey.
Yeah, so it's funny because I really could think of it either way. We kind of talked about this before we even started here, and I might actually even go the other way from what I was even kind of mentioning earlier. But
Have you been thinking about it since then?
a little bit, and really, I'm just going to do the same exact thing we did the last time we did this mock, and just not overthink it at all. I think they maybe just saw all they needed to see out of David Bailey, and whether that's a good or bad thing, I think firmly they've been decided for a long time that they're taking Arville Reese at 2, and I think that's what we're going to see on Thursday, in my opinion. So I will go that way once again.
All right, great. Any thoughts on that, AJ?
Checks out.
I get you. All right, moving on to I also think this is what's going to happen. I was kind of Bane pilled for a minute. I think they're just going to go with the athlete. But we are moving on to the Cardinals, the first real pick and our guest's first pick of the day. What are you thinking, AJ?
I don't really think it's the first pick. It's Francis Maligo for sure, right? Kind of
You
has to
think
do.
so?
I think it needs to be.
I'm curious on this one. I don't know if this is like as set in stone as some people think, but I know they do need offensive line. So
Yeah, they need some help.
Yeah, they certainly
They
do.
got Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison. They got some weapons. So I mean, if they get a quarterback next year, Ty Simpson at the end of the first round this year, then they need to have someone protect them.
And fantasy goat Michael Wilson. Oh, don't forget.
Hey, fantasy goat Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
I think also too. I mean, there's some sweetening they seemingly kind of need to be doing, even with Brissett. I mean, I know they're talking over a contract to get him
He did
paid.
solid too.
This might even, yeah, exactly. And I think this might even be just a move where it's like they don't necessarily know where they're going to go, so they can, help out the future guy they're going to get. They can help out the guy they got now, and they're not wasting a pick. So I think it's a great move.
I would be cool with this move. I would rather they wait till round 2 to get a tackle if they can, because they're so close, like so early in that round, and there's still guys left over. But I have no problems with playing it safe and taking a guy is good. So moving on to, I get back-to-back picks here after our trade. So the Titans, this is predictive, and I'm hearing the Jeremiah Love stuff more. I don't know whether or not I should be blocking it out. I'm gonna take a look see here. See on these. I think they basically hosted everybody for a visit. I'm fairly certain. Man, I think based on these, it looks like they didn't hold a. I mean, they still might have talked to him, but they didn't have a top 30 visit for Styles, and that devastates me. I'm gonna go Ruben Bain here with the Titans. I think they're gonna go get their guy, try to get a pass rusher, really focus on that defense, and then I've heard way too many rumors about the Giants wanting Jeremiah Love. I'm sadly gonna give in on this one and pick him here. And I don't know that that's the best choice. I think they have other fish to fry, but from what I hear, they like him, and I think they could really make stuff work with Jackson Dart, especially if he's still wanting to get running, and I think they also could potentially be adding elsewhere at 10 that we'll get into when we get there. Any thoughts?
Checks
No,
out.
yeah, I'm kind of with you and I've seen also the same thing with the Titans as well, where I don't know. I don't know why people are loving this idea that like some of these teams are kind of stunted with the offensive line or somehow going to draft a running back and have that help their offense. And really, I don't necessarily think it'd be a wasted pick. It's just more so that it just you're not getting all that you can out of that pick in the situation where it's currently at. But whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not my job at the end of the day.
I think with the Giants, it's like it's a little bit more excusable. I think they're in a better level with the offensive line, if not fantastic. And they had like a decent run game behind Scadaboo. And if they want to build into this run game, which is something I could totally see Harbaugh wanting to do,
Hey,
is build the run game in trenches and then just support the quarterback that way. I can't really complain about that too much. He's going to be an incredible player. So
yeah,
you're
fair
betting on
enough.
your O line here.
Especially with how much more common
Two,
it's been to have two running backs nowadays.
yeah, that's true
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
To another team that's had two running backs, the Cleveland Browns. What are they doing here? They taking another one? What do you think?
So they had the 31st ranked offensive line last year, but nothing's really filled as high, and I don't think Fano makes sense at 6, and Jerry Judy's not really a 1. So I'm going to say Carnell Tate probably. I agree with Sean when I watched a clip last week of him saying Carnell Tate makes sense. He's the best route runner. I agree. But also, fuck the Browns.
You gotta get that in a little bit.
Had
I didn't
to.
get
Yeah.
a fuck the Raiders Mendoza take, man.
That's on you, brother.
Son of a bitch. That is on me. I took too much time. I used my allotted fuck the Raiders time on
You
the
can
last mock.
you can mock the 33rd
So,
pick too, just so you can get one out.
let's fuck. I don't think they have the 33rd. Sadly, we can skip some though, and we'll talk about them drafting.
Cool fantasy
Who
draft
would
for a
be
second.
really funny? Who would be super funny for them? Doesn't matter. All right, he takes Carnell Tate. This is a super commonly mocked player in this spot. I can totally see this. It seems like a true dire need. I think this and a tackle is like the only thing they could go. Holy crap,
Yeah,
that was loud.
I think
Anyway,
he would instantly be their best receiver in.
for sure.
I, I mean, it I can't even think of where to put that. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just too easy. And I
yeah,
agree that like I even see like if we're doing full predictive, I could totally see the Browns taking like Monroe Freeling here. That would be so funny, but
They'd be
they're
a
not.
Browns pick.
It would be a
yeah,
total Browns pick. Yeah. It's like if the Browns and Raiders had a baby and made a draft pick. Moving on to Washington, who I think is also my pick. Are we?
yeah.
I'm picking like crazy. Holy shit. Washington. What could Washington use? This is where it gets really tough because up until now I've been mocking Sonny Styles to the Titans, so Ruben Bain almost always falls here. They could use an edge. I was kind of sneakily thinking maybe like a Mansour Delane would be really good for him.
I was just wondering if that was on
I
your
agree with
radar
that.
for this
I'm
pick.
kind of thinking about it, especially with the way their pass rush has been built recently too. I don't love David Bailey. I don't know how they feel about him. I think
I
they did
think
also
public.
bring in a Sonny Styles, and I don't know if they might need to be moving on from Bobby
Bobby Wagner.
Wags here soon.
Yeah, I think public opinion on David Bailey has gotten into rose-colored glasses point where I think it's just a name that's being thrown around a lot, and people are just trying to tie him to any which team. I don't know. I don't know how sold I am on GMs actually believing that he's a difference maker in this draft. A
Yeah, I
big
don't
difference
know.
maker.
I think it would be easier considering he's to play alongside Owe, but then you're getting pretty similar styles, and I think I like a different kind of styles here.
Uh,
Gonna be drafting Sonny. I'm gonna pull on that. I think they need a lot of help on defense. Getting like an enforcer, like a true like leader captain in the dead center. I think you can really make a big difference early. I could see them grabbing someone like him. Moving on to
the
the
Saints.
Saints with
I
Aaron.
finally get to pick again.
Dude, you've been waiting.
Um, man, there are so many ways they could go here. This is a team that I feel as if kind of could use. Really, there isn't a bad pick, you know.
Yeah, board still
Um,
looks great, honestly.
yeah, I'm gonna run with David Bailey for this pick, mainly because I do think edge would be near the top of their needs. So I'll solidify the David Bailey pick here, and I just think with where we're kind of getting to, I, I think once you get down into some of the deeper names with this edge class, you kind of do get a little bit more of question marks in terms of, how ready are they going to be for the next level? I don't feel that way with David Bailey necessarily. So that's why, yeah, solidify that pick and, yeah, try to bolster that defense a little bit.
I think Staley does like his lighter guys too. Any thoughts on that, AJ?
No, I agree. Makes sense to me.
Well, you are rolling up with the Chiefs, I believe, on this ninth
Yep.
pick.
Welcome.
How are you feeling about this one? This is the one I stole from you that I said wasn't going to get to you in in your
Did you see the name that I
pre-mock.
had?
Well, I thought I did, right?
Okay, well, I had a second name on the next page for every team. So the first page was nothing
Oh,
but
I
smoke
didn't see
screens.
that.
Yeah, that was smoke screen page, baby.
Oh shit!
Okay,
You
so
got
for
me.
me, I feel like it has to be Mansour Lane because they lost Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson this offseason, and they've added Alohi Gilman, Alohi. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. And then Kyrie Elam,
No, that's Alohi.
and that's still not a great secondary. So I think Mansour Lane makes too much sense.
All right, we're locking it in. I like that too. They definitely need a corner. I mean, they did this last time too, where they replaced a corner with another corner in the first round. I don't see any reason to pass on a guy like Deland who's showing like elite tape. They could probably go for like a receiver, a Lemon, or some, or like a Jordan Tyson, or maybe a tackle. But I think he is the. I mean, outside of like Caleb Downs, I think he is like the best player on this board, and I think they are like similar prospects. So
All right, Damon, who are you picking?
for
Yeah,
the
I
for
think we know who he's picking.
I just want to
dude,
hear it. I
I
just want to hear it.
You did this on purpose, you fucking
Yeah, he
asshole.
did.
He
Yes, I
threw it
did.
for his
100%
boys
did.
out in New York. He's
I did for my
like,
boys in the Big Blue,
all
baby.
right,
100%
all
did.
right, all right, all right. I feel like they definitely would love Caleb Downs. That's obviously a player who's probably on the board. Almost definitely have a top 10 pick on him. I could see Afano in some world. I kind of think he's like my offensive lineman one. I kind of like him a little bit more than
I
Maui
like him a
Noah,
lot.
and I think he's got a little bit more flexibility there too. But I don't think you can pass up on a Downs
No.
here. Like
Absolutely not.
you lucked out so hard at 10 if this guy falls here. So we're gonna run Caleb Downs to the table.
Especially given the fact that, like, what I think when you and I even sort of started talking about this draft class on this show earlier this season, we were we were literally talking about Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs as like the two
Mm-hmm.
can't misses of this draft. If you're the Giants and you can get them at 5 and 10, yeah, I mean it's wraps. That's
They'd win the
already
draft.
successful
They'd win the
draft.
first round just like they
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
last year. Just like last year.
and this is right, and this is one of those things too, where it's like I've heard the smoke with the Jeremiah Love and then Jordan Tyson that they love him. I just think if Downs falls, you can't pass it up,
There's
especially
no
with
way.
like with John Harbaugh who took uh what's his name Hamilton for positional
Kyle.
value too, and has really been reaping the benefits of that. I think he could really go to.
And they're kind of similar styles. They can both play in the box really well.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
why I was mocking Caleb Downs at the 5 spot to the Giants.
Yeah, dude.
You know? If he's there
Honestly.
at 10, there's no
Luck,
way they're not
yeah,
taking him.
lucky slide for
Truthfully,
them.
even if I'm not taking Jeremiah Love, I might be like deciding between Love and like Sonny Styles and then also Downs and maybe, whoever else might be there. But I think this is going to end up pretty decent for the Giants. I think they really got out nice on that trade. We might talk about that after. But for now, moving on to the next team, does AJ have the Dolphins?
I do
Oh,
not.
Aaron has the
I
Dolphins.
have the Dolphins, and man, I really love all these low stakes picks, man.
Dude, right? Just take a good
um,
player. It's the Dolphins' needs are all of them.
football
Yes.
players.
Yes.
um,
I would. Oh man, go ahead. I'm not gonna tell you what I do.
my thing is a first rounder, especially when you can get anything and nothing's a bad decision. You really want somebody that one probably could help elevate the team early on in this rebuild and maybe bring a little bit of something to watch, something to enjoy, and something to look forward to. And
Sell
then
tickets.
yeah, and then also yeah, you want them to be there once everything is built together. I really think that you know what? No, actually to sell the tickets and to make it clear that they really are serious about HN, they are going to look for trenches. So let's take Fano. They'll
I
take Fano here. I was I'm not going to tell you where I was going to go, but I was thinking a more exciting pick for this pick, maybe to get the fan base more excited. But no, this is actually a good pick to try to elevate Achan since he's obviously the piece that they do want to build around on the offense. And I there's no way that a tackle is not going to be helpful once they do finally figure out the quarterback situation, even if it is Malik. I mean, this just only helps him right now anyway. So yeah, they'll go that direction.
agreed. AJ, anything?
Nope, that makes sense to me. It's where I went to.
What do you feel about these Cowboys here at 12? They mostly need you could get stuff on offense. They are hurting for defense, and
They have one of
I
the
heard on a
worst secondaries
podcast
in the
saying,
league.
yeah, and among other things too. I heard on
Yeah.
some podcasts that Dallas might riot if they don't go two defensive players in the first round. What do you think? You gonna
I'm
save
gonna br-
Dallas?
I'm gonna break my own heart here as an Oregon Ducks fan and give them Dylan Thaneman.
Oh, not Sadiq, man.
No.
I love Thieneman. I had him going at 10 to the Bengals on the last
Yeah.
one we did. Probably the biggest reach of the draft, but I stood by it. I think he's a good player, and I think it's I mean, they have he's going to be like our free like a rangy free safety type, and they've been
Yeah.
running with Malik Hooker, who's had that skill set for years and years, and they're about ready to move on from him. So I think it's fair to try to replace him through Thieneman.
I do think teams are getting a pulse check during this draft on where Caleb Downs goes and who is a hazard to pick up Dylan Thieneman for whenever that does happen. Because
Hmm.
I think the reason people are questioning a lot about Dylan Thieneman is they're wondering where the value is going to come into play on this pick. Because I've seen him in the lower end of the first round. I've also seen him in the top 15 picks like he is here. So I don't know. That's going to be a fun one to watch on Thursday.
I agree. I'm waiting to call for to hear his name called in my NFL GDR mocktacular. Nobody except for us three knows what that is. uh, I put in my mock draft and I ended up having Thieneman drop to like 18 to the Vikings. So I've seen him go later, but
Yeah.
I do think I can see him go super early for sure.
There's no way he makes it past the Vikings. I'm seeing a lot
Yeah.
of Bears fans that are saying it when he makes it past the Vikings, we need to
Okay.
trade up for him.
Okay.
He's
Bro.
not making it past the Minnesota Vikings. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on to the Rams, they have had very, very surprisingly few visits. It looks like they've only had 4 top 30 visits, and one of them is a guy that I think that they would absolutely fall completely in love with, and that's Mekhi Lemon. Receiver is quickly becoming more of a need than a luxury pick for them, with the Nakua stuff and Devontae Adams potentially being out after this year, and I think they I think this could be a perfect win now move. They have a hole at tackle I think they could fill, but I think McClendon is his name. He filled in pretty well last year, and I said that last mock too. But
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. Because regardless of if it's for insurance for Puka or insurance for an aging Adams, it's still insurance that they very desperately need because they rely on that position heavily for their offense.
absolutely, Aaron, how do you feel about these Ravens?
Yeah, there isn't an obvious pick on here. Um,
Some people disagree with that. I don't know.
yeah,
Personally,
Get your
I've been
fucking cursor
seeing.
off that name.
Which name? Which name, buddy?
Go towards the bottom or
I've
something. Get
seen
away from those two.
I've seen basically everybody
yeah.
mock Kenyon Sadiq here because he's similar to Isaiah Likely. I just don't know, man.
See,
They
and
haven't
my
taken him
thing
in for
is that's not an indicator to me that they want him because I never had an indicator they wanted Likely.
yeah. They just
I mean, it almost seemed like any chance they had to get that guy more involved in the offense, they ran from that opportunity. I thought 2 years ago we were slowly seeing him take over Mark Andrews, and that Andrews would be slowly phased out. Well, Mark Andrews just signed an
yeah.
extension, and
Jeez.
where's Likely at now?
The
I forget
Giants.
where he
Oh,
went.
he went to the Giants.
Was it the
Baby.
Giants? I wasn't 100%. I didn't want to say.
Go
But
Big
all
Blue.
No,
right.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I at the end of the day, I don't think you're in love with anybody else on the board though, and that's the problem.
Mhm.
You could go Jordan Tyson, but I don't necessarily hate it.
The worst part about this is I can't even help you with these day 30 visits. The only names here that are like first round ish is Caden McDonald, Max Ianachor, Caleb Banks, Zion Young, and Casey Concepcion. Which I don't think any of those guys are worth it at value here. So you might
And
be
those are all the people that they had visit.
those are all the first round. Like they had like Tribor Pena and Danny Dennis Sutton and
Yeah,
AJ Halsey stuff
because
like that.
that's crazy that because Iwane is on my mind here.
I mean, that's who I would be picking, and like
Yeah.
if I had to mock it, I'd even pick that too, just because it seems the most responsible.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
AJ,
No,
what do you
don't.
think? What are you thinking, AJ? Is that a selfish shake of the head, or is that
No,
an analytical shake of the head?
he sucks at football. You don't want to take him here. I'd probably leave him. I wouldn't touch him for the next like 6
Yeah,
picks,
dude.
probably.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't touch him with anything less than a 22nd overall pick. Personally.
Yeah, I think Kenyon's the move, dude. Do it, please.
I at the end of the day, I do think the best value for what they need here. It's not even that tight end's necessarily a need, but I do think it kind of it fits everything that they're about. And I guess do we even know what they're about? We have a new regime now, so
We don't.
I will still go.
I know what
Sadiq.
Jesse Minter's about.
That's fair.
He would take Jesse Minter would take like Mesidor,
Maybe
or
McNeil Warren,
Keldrick Falk. No, okay. So did you say
we'll go
who
Sadiq?
We're going
Sadiq
Sadiq.
here.
Oh man, you let him get to you, man. That's fine. I've heard the buzz.
Yeah, that's just most of what I've heard in terms of like ties to a player that's on the board there, and I'm gonna try to stop fighting what I personally think about their roster, and I'm gonna start listening to them on what they think about their roster. So I'll go Kenyon Sadiq.
Follow the
Completely
smoke. I feel
butchered
that.
one of my next picks.
Busted
Bad.
your pick.
Bad.
We do have you coming up with the Buccaneers. What do you?
I was gonna have
use a lot of defense. Sorry, what?
I was gonna have Kenyon go to 18 to the Minnesota Vikings.
Dude, I saw that on your first list. I liked
that was
too.
not a smoke screen. That's on both pages.
Real quick. I think a lot of people are kind of like writing that off because of Hawkinson, but he's kind of been slowly degrading.
He's getting there. You know, he's been. For sure.
I can totally see that.
We're in this new regime. I keep using the word regime. We're in this new era of like tight ends and like being like real versatile weapons
that can play inline and stuff.
We've had, like, breakouts of, like, so many guys in the last couple years. I don't even know if I'd put Hawkinson in, like, the top 2 tiers of tight ends in the league
I
anymore.
wouldn't.
Yeah, there's.
I wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't either. I don't think he's
All
earned
right.
that. Back to the
Clip
Bucks
that.
though. We yeah, clip that. I honestly hold on a second. let me let me get to that shit. Yeah, I hit a marker. All right. Yeah, a mic drop moment talking about TJ Hawkinson. I mean, honestly, like we'll cut this maybe, but that's gonna be some premium rage bait. I imagine you're gonna get Vikings fans
Oh,
really
100%.
ripping the Bears fan talking about
With my
Hawkinson.
fucking Iceman
Dude,
shirt
you
on,
didn't
bro.
even bring up Colston Loveland either, bro.
Hey,
Like,
flash the
that's
shirt.
gonna-
Flash the shirt.
What's up?
I said flash the shirt.
Yeah, flash it, baby. We got the ice.
I love it.
Okay.
What are you pulling here at 15 with the Bucks, AJ?
So they lost Jamel Dean. So to me, initially, Jermod McCoy made a lot of sense, but he kind of hasn't played football in a year because he's been injured.
Boo.
And they
Boo,
lost one of the
AJ.
longest tenured players in Levante David. So I'm gonna grab CJ Allen here at 15. I
Spicy.
think
I
it
gotta get on
checks.
the
I
list
think it
for that
tracks.
one.
You already passed him. He's
Oh,
up
did I?
there.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
he
to put
is.
that
All
down.
right, my bad.
Come on, dude. What are we doing?
Sorry,
One
sorry,
pick on
sorry,
who you
sorry,
suck.
sorry.
Damn it.
I'm not trying to disrespect you that much. I missed the name. No, I like CJ Allen, and he doesn't get as much buzz up this far. And
I
like,
agree.
I kind
I
of feel
agree.
like he might need to. Him or Rodriguez either. But
I think we've gotten into the mindset of weak linebacker class, and that people have just kind of,
It's not.
I don't know.
it's not even. Yeah, it's a fine
There's
linebacker class.
there's 5 guys that are noteworthy for sure. At
All right,
least.
Kev. Where the
I did
Jets
kind of
go?
cut you off though. If you
What-
want, if you have more to say about the Bucks.
Oh no, I think them losing Levante David, who's been like the anchor of their defense for over a decade, like 12 years or something, and then losing him, and then kind of losing the identity in the middle of the field. I think getting a young guy like CJ Allen makes sense.
Right, and he was commanding the defense at Georgia too.
Yeah.
So like you instantly get like another leader type linebacker.
Yeah,
who
you
will
get
step right into that role.
you lose your green dot, then get it right back. So it works out.
I agree with that entirely. Anything on that before you go on to the Jets, Aaron?
No, not necessarily. I don't love where we're at here.
I'm so glad you took this pick from me. I fucking hated this pick.
Yeah, this pick really sucks.
Yeah,
it
fuck the
does.
Jets.
It really is just it really is just whatever we have left here. I'm
Do you
gonna
want
be
do you want a landline? You want
no.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna be complete. I think it would be insane to go an entire season without having a fucking interception and not taking a DB in the first round. So we're taking Jermod McCoy. I
Good
don't
pick.
even know.
Good pick.
I don't even know what interception numbers look like for him. I just know he's a DB and he's
Bro.
a first round grade. So take
He's a
it.
body.
They got Nashawn Wright now. They can go ahead and lock up at least 3 picks next year. It's going to be a different Jets team.
Yeah.
So they end up closing with Arvell Reese and Jermod McCoy. Probably a pretty significant bump for their defense. Like you have such a weak pass defense, and you add a pass rusher and the corner to lock them down. I think they can do some work with those 2 players. I've seen some Jordan Tyson. I've seen the ever so slightly Ione pick, but not too often. Anybody that you'd prefer to have here, AJ, or do you think Jermod's the guy?
After me taking CJ Allen, I think that makes a lot of sense. And I don't think Mesidor goes that high. So kind of checks out for me here.
I was thinking Falk. I was thinking like that. But I think that Reese is still such a question mark that you kind of want to leave that kind of open for breathing room there. Just you don't know exactly what room he's falling in my opinion, right now.
Sure.
So you want a little bit of breathing room with that. Also, Jets did pick up Nashawn Wright from the Bears.
Yeah.
So I know they really need to bolster. They're obviously hunting those interception numbers. So they need some DBs.
You also have this Lions pick, so
I do.
You remain
Flash
on
the
the
shirt.
clock, my dude. Flash the shirt. Take the poop.
No, I actually am not so heavily into the Iceman thing. I just think the shirt's kind of funny, but get triggered anyway. LOL.
Bro loves Iceman. Loves his Drake.
Now, for the Lions here, another situation where there's a lot of different directions they could go. Because they have an interior O-line issue, I am gonna go Ioane here. So is it Ioane, Ioane? I've heard 3 or 4 different things. I say Ioane.
I don't want him. Just pass.
Yeah, I'll, t- I'll take Vega here. I'll take Vega.
AJ stalled as long as he could, man. But
I
mainly
pushed.
because
I almost made it a full 10 picks pushing him away.
you were pretty successful with the Ravens. I applaud you for that. You got them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
I,
was
I
leaning
love
it there as
gaslighting my
well.
friends.
The major issue with the Lions, though, is they have absolutely hung their hat on the whole "we've got O-line figured out" thing for the last, 5 years?
Yep.
And I don't know if anybody checked in on that recently. That's not the case, but people keep saying it. It's not the case
Yeah.
anymore.
I
I mean, it's still solid. Don't get me wrong.
I see him get mocked a lot of tackles. I think people are pretty aware of it at this point, but I think
Fair.
Ioane is just like the best lineman available. So like I take the good players for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I say snag him. There's a little versatility there too, so yeah.
Plus, I think he has that big man eater type fucking
Yeah,
build
he's a mauler.
that obviously Dan Campbell would like.
Yeah.
And,
See,
leads sorry, go ahead.
I was hoping since they lost Taylor Decker, you'd go like Monroe Freeling or like even Blake Miller, and I'd get him to slip to the Steelers. But you fucking hate me, so that didn't happen.
That's not true.
He does.
But
He
what's
does.
funny is during our mock, I think I actually did that, and I specifically used that as the reason for why I did it.
Because you wanted him to slide to the Steelers, you monster.
No, because to fill the tackle issue.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
for
I don't know,
Taylor
Sean.
Decker.
I guess Aaron just fucking hates us.
Truth. I've been putting Freeling here at 17 for the Lions in literally every mock. I can't put somebody. I had
I have
Caden
too.
Proctor there for a little bit, but I just don't know if I like him as a prospect entirely. Obviously, like if he want Ioane, I've been saying Ioane. If Ioane goes like earlier to the Ravens or something, I could see the Lions getting like Proctor here and turning him into a guard. Same kind of deal, but yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely would have gone tackle if he hadn't have fallen there. 100%. Yeah.
For sure. What you think, AJ? Your pick got taken. No
Yeah.
Dylan Thieneman.
So everything gotten kind of weird here for me. So Vikings, I had 3 names written down.
Yeah.
And they're all gone. So
They don't have any other first round visits either. You're kind of on your own on this one, big dog.
yeah, I'm kind of just standing it here and hoping for the best.
Yeah, you want a conference? You want us all to go over this? I think.
You know what? I'm not Aaron, so I will listen to my friend's input here. He took Ioane from me, and he said no to your conference earlier, so I had to fuck him a little bit.
A rude ass friend.
What are you thinking here?
I
I'm
think
thinking
they could go
edge,
with. See, I think Mesidor could be really good because of the general system. I think that Flores runs can get him on the inside a lot, and then I also think they could go with Avion Terrell. I've kind of admitted that I was a little too hard on him. I've been slowly releasing off of that. I could see him going in the first round.
I could see McNeil Warren as well.
That's what I was just
Warren would
thinking.
be good.
Like I feel
It
like
feels a little early to me.
I feel like they probably banked pretty hard on Thieneman, and then now he's gone, and you don't have Harrison Smith.
And that I hate that. That's just kind of where I think most human brains will arrive there, just literally based on what you just said.
Because there's not really any,
and they're not even.
Sorry, you're good.
No, they're not even like the same type of safety, really.
No.
It's just
They need them both, though.
Yeah, exactly.
They lost both because they lost Harrison Smith this past year, but the year before that, they lost the guy that went to the Colt, Bynum, and he's like more the Dylan Thieneman type. So they really could use both. It's rough, but
So now
I think he is a good player. I just think it's a little early. They also could be looking towards like D tackle, but I don't think any of those
there's
guys
nothing
are
here
worth a pick
in this
high,
range.
and yeah. It gets kind of tough, man. Or even like a Parker would be interesting, but
I'm just gonna send it and take McNeil Warren here.
all right. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
You really do hope that they can trade back in a situation like
No,
that.
that
Their board
100%.
doesn't
But
exactly.
I don't think we're doing trades. So I'm just gonna sit and pick with the
No,
safety.
we're not. Oh, see, maybe somebody trades up here to get like one of these receivers because now we're rolling into the Carolina Panthers, which is my pick, and I am a little conflicted here. I'm not gonna lie to you, because
It's funny because you're not conflicted on positions, you're conflicted on guys in a position.
I am
Yep, I
exactly
already yep.
conflicted on which one I want because the issue with the Panthers is that they have really good receivers, but just out wide, like Teteroa McMillan and who's the other guy? The other guy's name.
Xavier Legette.
Not Leggett. That is not who I'm talking about. I am talking about what's his name, man? Oh, Coker. Jalen Coker is also playing on the outside. And I feel like when you add Tyson, maybe he can play some slot. You're not getting like the specialist that you need, but like I think if you're looking at Omar Cooper here, which it's weird because I don't have him over Tyson as a receiver, but you're getting a guy who's less injured and you're getting a guy who can play the slot and be the yards after catch guy. And I know that they've visited with him. They really like him. Uh, Man, if they have a visit with Tyson as well, then I'll take him because he is higher on my board. Truthfully,
National championship boost, though.
the Natty boost, that's true.
The natty
Honestly, a
boost.
championship spirit, he will take them to the playoffs.
Again,
Carolina Panthers.
they'll go again.
They had a visit with Concepcion. Interesting. Denzel Boston, Deion Burks, and Omar Cooper.
Yeah, we know who you're taking.
We are taking Omar Cooper, boys. I think this would be really good for them and would really
I
round
think it'd
out
be
their.
awesome.
And they came from a well coached, yeah, I know, a well coached organization. I think you could probably train him to. He seems to be coachable. You can probably train him to run block a little better too, which they'll need. So we're gonna go Coop to the Panthers. Moving on to the
It's me.
Aaron on the Dallas Cowboys.
Remind me who AJ took with the first Cowboys pick.
He took. He took Thieneman.
Dylan Thiemann.
Right. That's right.
Took
That's
Thieneman.
right. Okay. Who's on the board still?
You
For
got
topic. Okay.
Mesidor, Falk, Terrell.
Man.
I know. Caden McDonald. I don't
Same.
really see that. TJ Parker. Colton Hood, stuff like that.
I'm having the same thing you did.
I splashed myself with some claw. What's the same thing the Vikings or that I did? Oh, where you were choosing
Yeah.
between two people, but which one? Is it Mesidor and Falk?
Yeah.
If I were the Cowboys, see, this isn't what I would do, but if I were them, I would totally be looking Mesidor. Like Dak's not getting any younger. Whether they're ready to win now, they need to try to win now. And Falk is a little bit of a build.
I'm looking.
They also need corners.
They do not have a visit with either of them.
Who did they visit?
Arvell Reese, David Bailey, Cassius Howell feels too high here for me.
I'd have to agree, yeah.
And Romello Height. He's the
That
third.
feels too high too.
Yeah. Yeah, so
man, I don't know. We've
yeah,
picked away. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. There's a lot of different directions here. I absolutely do think they are going defense again. In fact, I don't think that they really even have a whole lot of question marks on their offense. So
Yeah,
they don't have a visit with either guy. So honestly,
just a reminder, like sometimes they don't do a visit because they see him at like pro days and stuff too. So like,
yeah,
it doesn't mean, and I'm pretty sure the Chargers never, like the example I always think of, I'm pretty sure they didn't visit with Joey Bosa before they drafted him at 3. So
I'm not using it as like a way to completely write it off.
Right.
It's just like in there because I mean, in a lot of times people just don't like to double dip as well because they just see it as a waste of time. So
right.
for sure. Now I'm not gonna lie. I Cassius Howell here at 20 is a little bit high, but I don't think it's out of the question enough to not rip it. So I'm gonna rip Cassius Howell here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, if we fully broke this down, what I think they would probably do in this situation was trade down
Sure. And then try to get him there.
and then try to get him at where they trade down at. But I don't know. I don't think it would be
He did
fully
go
out of the
to
question to take him here.
he did go to A&M. So, and they did visit with him.
I'm gonna do it.
Fuck
I'm
it.
gonna pull Cassius Howell here.
Fuck it.
That's
Got
not
our
crazy.
What is that? Our second wild pick of the night? I think maybe
I don't
first.
think that's wild. Would you say?
I wouldn't say like why, like against the
Definitely not
against the
chalk.
norm is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Definitely not chalk for sure.
I think that, and I think Allen's a little early as well, but that happens all the time.
Yeah.
On to the Steelers, the pick AJ's been dying for. Who's left over that you like, AJ? The board has fallen.
You've taken everybody I wanted. Omar Cooper is you on a. I love
Jordan
Tyson.
Tyson.
I love Ty Simpson, but that's not happening. We'd rather have Aaron Rodgers go out there on fucking with a walker and an IV bag and throw for 3 yards per pass.
Trade for Anthony Richardson, dog.
We're going to have somebody catch those passes from 3 yards out and make a difference with them. I'm going to grab our inside receiver, KC Concepcion.
Oh, shit. Oh, I love that, too. I really thought you were going to go Jordan Tyson. Massive Jordan Tyson fall. I kind of think the Chargers have to take him if he falls.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
There's absolutely no way they would.
Oh, man.
There's not a reason not to. There's no reason not to. He's an outside guy who's different than your other outside guy.
No, you're right.
Come on, Damon, spin it.
See, I'm gonna think out loud a little bit. I think I could see them wanting to get a Keldrick Falk. Not that would be my favorite pick. I could definitely see them wanting to get an Akeem Mesidor. I think that would work too. And they're all trying to win now, and they want people who are good now. I could see a Proctor, maybe a Caden McDonald, TJ Parker. I've mocked here a ton. I've done some Denzel Boston too, who's like more of a true like outside X, where I think Tyson kind of more plays on like the Z role. But I think the Z role is going to work better for Mike McDaniel even. So you know what? If it falls this way, yeah, I do think they're going to take Jordan Tyson, and I think they'd be very happy to have him.
I don't think there's a way in hell that guy's still on the board at 22 and they're not taking him.
I think you're probably right. Like they probably have no plan to actually take him, but if he's there, what are you supposed to do? They had kind of
like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just kind of like it almost feels like you as a Chargers fan in this situation, it would feel like me as a Bears fan with the Odunze situation.
Yeah.
I never mocked that because it just wasn't going to happen.
It also feels like me, a Chargers fan, doing an entire mock by myself and showing other Chargers fan. Like, do you like my mock draft, guys? What if this happened? Smiley face.
Oh man.
Anyway, they had a visit with Casey Concepcion, and the more I heard that, the more I realized that makes sense because I really like him in the Shanahan system. And I was mocking him too, the Niners, a lot. But the more I started seeing, like, the more visits that he went to, the more I started taking him earlier and earlier. So
I told you months ago I love Casey Concepcion.
Dude, and you had him at like 6, and I was still watching him the whole time, and I didn't take him super seriously, but he's been rising and rising and rising up boards, man. I
love that boy.
Yeah, he's nice. He's really nice. We got the Eagles, which I think is going to be Aaron.
I believe, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
they're hurting at line a little bit now for the first time in a while.
I think I am just gonna rip Monroe Freeling.
Crazy that he's here. I learned today that his mom is a yoga instructor, and that's why he's so fluid and bendy.
That's actually awesome.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I mean, it's important.
Yeah, one of those things that makes sense. No, we're going into the Browns. So this is AJ's pick, and then after that we got another Aaron pick.
That had to have been the least amount of conversation on a pick, by the
dude. Fine. You know what? Fine. What about a receiver, huh? AJ Brown's definitely the fuck out of here as we do this slow burn trade rumor bullshit.
Oh my god. Well, now it's coming, but like not for a month.
Dude, I got that Shefty bomb this morning being like, the Patriots intend on trading for AJ Brown after June 1st. I was like, bro, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna if it actually happens, cool, but that price can only be negotiated further from here on out. We'll have to see.
Right. But we have the Browns for AJ
And
here
they
at
took
24.
Carnell Tate last time. I feel like basically everybody has them going receiver, offensive tackle. Yeah, hell yeah. And an offensive tackle or receiver. What do you think's going to happen here with your quote unquote rival team?
You mean Big Ben's bloodline, his children? At 24, we already got a wide receiver. They have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. I'm going to go Blake
They
Miller.
they patched it up a little bit though.
A
They
little bit.
did. They did. I do like the Blake Miller pick. I don't know how I feel about him. I want Stay Hot, and Theo Ash had him at offensive line 1, which I thought was completely outrageous, but he's that high on him. He's had tons of experience. He's got like 3 years worth of starts, I'm pretty sure. And Blake Miller?
Sorry, I was doing
Oh,
dad stuff.
you
Yeah,
just
Blake Miller.
no, I get you, man. Hardworking dad here. Anything to say on this one, Aaron? Before we move on to
No,
this?
I think that's all solid. Yeah, solid ideology there. For 25 for the Bears here.
Do you take suggestion? I'm just kidding. Go ahead and make your pick.
I I
We know.
really think this pick is down to 2 people, maybe a third. I think this pick is down to um Caden Proctor because they've very slowly been letting us realize how bad they realize the left tackle situation is. They were acting all chill about it at first, but like the closer we get to the draft, the more they seem frantic about that. I do think Zion Young is a possibility here. I've seen that. The only thing with me here is you have to really love the guy because in terms of value, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense at this pick. I wouldn't mind if they trade down, whatever, however you fit that in. But taking him straight up at 25, I think is a little rich. And then I had a third idea, and I don't remember what it was actually. But those are the 2 main ones for sure. I think right here. Oh, Peter
I like.
Woods. Peter Woods. I think they're also thinking
Oh
Peter Woods
yeah,
because D tackle, and he's a little speedy, and that's kind of big for Dennis Allen. I
it is
think
that.
this pick comes down to the ultimate deciding factor of this pick is going to be information that us as fans never learn. So,
Right.
um, I'm gonna go Caden Proctor. I think they really want the left tackle situation figured out. We still don't have any sort of timetable on Ozzy, and I think when you do get him back, there's a possibility that he might just be you were never even fully figured out that he's a starter. That was never a solidified thing. So, yeah, put Caden Proctor in the room and maybe you just have some depth, not with Caden Proctor, but with guys that might be coming back.
All right. I was thinking Caden Proctor, even Iana Chora, I think is like really skyrocketing up boards. I'm interested in
I
him a
don't
lot
know enough
there.
about him personally, so I didn't want to do that.
You're fine. I don't know a whole lot. I just know that lots of people are getting really really truthful on him. Anything to say, AJ?
Nope. Bear down.
Cool,
Really
cool.
quickly, I did want to slide something in here just really quick. I'm just curious on your guys' thoughts on this. People have said that in past years, teams have taken a second look at tackles coming from Alabama because they quote unquote get a lot of yardage or get a lot of mileage out of them.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
what do you guys think about that?
I heard this a little bit on the Athletic, and it was a question basically saying like why do they produce every position except tackle? Like they never have any tackles that work. Uh, I think it's probably a coincidence. I think this is kind of the same thing as like the Ohio State quarterback thing, where it's like they just churn out so many good players and they just have so many winning seasons and meaningful football that they just get more players. So then when you don't when the busts happen, they're bigger and more plentiful. So I think it's
Okay.
I think it's personally think it's a coincidence, but there might be something. They are pumping them like really heavy. So like that, like them having to like learn how to play heavy and then fall back to lose weight so that they can actually learn how to play light again and then develop that skill set. I think that could have something to do with it in theory.
Okay.
AJ, how do you feel?
My take on that is that Bama has kind of been more of a rushing team, and a lot of the running backs have been ground into the fucking dirt from run blocking so much. And the NFL is more pass heavy nowadays, and I think that's just it because most of their linemen for the most part are run blockers.
Would make sense to why they're so big. I could see.
Yeah,
Actually solid. Yeah, I like that.
That makes
Huh.
sense to me. Good thinking.
I mean, think about it. Like,
That's why we got our college expert.
Najee, Josh Jacobs, Jameer Gibbs. They've been pumping out running backs for a reason. They got maulers up there.
Yeah, dude.
It makes sense. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I could
For
see
sure.
it. Could totally see it. I also heard on that athletic show that they get coached really hard, which is a part of like why they end up getting more miles. But I don't know about all that. I'm not there. I don't watch the practices.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Bills here, and like I've had a certain idea of a player that I'd like here, but honestly, I think he's fallen far enough. I like Akeem Mesidor. I think he could really be like a really like elite presence, and I know that he's old, and that's like concerning, but I don't think it's gonna matter for a team like Buffalo who is constantly going for a Super Bowl. I think you just maximize your window, get a player you know is good, and not worry about developing a guy while you're trying to win the championship. Which brings us to the Niners, if nobody's got anything.
The Niners with AJ.
Okay, so for this one
at 27.
For this one, this was post re-signing Trent Williams. I wrote down.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I wrote down who these three companies mocked. Okay, so USA Today mocked Malachi Lawrence, ESPN mocked Malachi Lawrence, CBS Sports mocked Max Theananker. I'm still taking a tackle, but I'm taking Caleb Lomu.
Caleb Lomu. I think he's supposed to be super young, right?
Yep. So it's a bit of a reach, but Trent Williams has some mileage on him. He's been at it for a minute. Grab a young guy who can only progress from sitting behind the best left tackle in the league.
Yeah, and like extension or not, somebody that old can easily get an injury, and then you're just
100%. And the Niners are very prone to having no good backups.
And Lomo, I think, is like 20 or 21 years old. You really could just like
really
get
young
him for a bit if you wanted him to learn. He's got a lot of potential in the future. But I've also been seeing him get mocked in late first, so I don't think this is a reach at all. I think between him and Ianachor, I think you could either go either way.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I've seen Bears fans that, if Caden Proctor's off the board, that they don't mind him at 25.
Yep.
I don't know if I fully agree with that, but I mean, I think it's solid.
I see him get mocked over Blake Miller too. So just and he took them both. Attaboy, AJ. Respecting his offensive line. Gotta love it.
Taking a lot of tackles today, boys.
Yeah, damn right. I am up with the Houston Texans. Oh, man. They had meetings with McDonald. I actually kind of like that.
And I like that too.
Young. People really like the idea of an edge to Houston because they rotate their edges so often. Like they're like dynamic duos and always like on the field all the time. So I've heard that, and I could see them getting like a Keldrick Faulk, because then they could just play him on all the rundowns, and they wouldn't even have to worry about rushing the passer. And then Caden, I do like Caden too. I feel like adding a presence interior could really.
I like Pregnon on here.
All that. Pregnon's good too. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Pregnon. He's another guy that's like kind of old, but
their line was
his frame
so bad
is like
last season.
Yeah, but they've kind of been building it out through.
No, they put something into it for sure.
Guys. So I'm not super. I think that would be a guy I'd be looking at this point.
Yeah, you're not tied to interior for sure, but it's the first thing I looked at.
I'm gonna follow the workout. I'm gonna go Caden McDonald. I think this is still a position they're weak on. They're getting a little bit old at this spot. They want to keep making the strength a strength. That defense can be ferocious with a run defender, and he still has pass rush upside. So
and you just re-signed Will Anderson.
Yeah, for holy shit, so much money.
For way more than
Chiefs. Chiefs and Aaron. Aaron, did you have the first Chiefs pick, or was that AJ?
Yeah, was AJ. But, okay. Yeah. What was his first pick again?
It was
tackle.
No,
okay, they took the lane. Okay.
The Chiefs had a meeting with Ruben Bain. I mean, I guess he could fall. I don't know why I'm really laughing at that. But.
You want to hear something
um,
crazy? I had him at 9 in
No,
my
I
mock.
already know that. You
Yeah.
lying ass. Your
No, that
first
on the
page or
first
whatever.
page. I had him on the second page too, though. A couple of them were fake smokescreen.
Oh my god, whatever. What are you thinking? Where's your mind at, Aaron?
a couple options here. Now, corner was already addressed, but I don't necessarily think that it couldn't be addressed again.
Dude, if they
A
double dip
la,
on
uh,
corner.
a la Los Angeles Rams addressing their corners with the Chiefs corners. So this would just
They
be a nasty butterfly effect. I don't think they're going that route though. I think Avion at that spot, I think is a little rich.
they
Maybe not.
they also had a meeting with Chris Johnson. I could see him here if they wanted to double down because I think he's also like a man-based guy, whereas the other guys aren't. But
Bro's retired. What do you mean?
yeah, but
I
that 40
don't.
though.
No, the running back.
I
Yeah, okay, you
don't
get the joke.
know.
I was making sure.
I don't know necessarily who they had in terms of meetings with at this position, but it is a need, and it's been a need for a while, so they probably won't actually address it. But I'm going out on a limb, and I'm gonna say they will fully address receiver again. And I know they've addressed it, but I think it could be addressed once again, and it's been a couple years. Denzel Boston.
I like
I
it.
think they'll take here.
Me too. They also don't have that type of receiver in their arsenal. I don't
No.
think Mahomes has ever played with a receiver like that plays like an X, and I kind of would like to see what he can do with that.
Yeah, and I think it just checks all the boxes for what they need in terms of value, a position that they need, everything for the 29th pick here, Denzel Boston.
I have to agree. We got AJ's last pick with the Miami Dolphins. They took Spencer Fano early. What do you think, man? They could use basically everything still. You could even grab another offensive lineman.
Yeah. So they really need a wide receiver. There's not a single one that I'd take in the first round here.
Nope.
I think this is a good trade spot. This is where I think Arizona would probably
Yeah.
call him, but we're not doing that.
Yeah.
This is where Arizona would call them
God,
about
that
Ty
would
Simpson, I
be.
think.
They could use some extra picks.
Yep, this
I
is the Ty.
still don't feel like they're gonna do that.
This is the Ty
Need
Simpson
some
house
guys
call,
they mighta-
but instead they're going to call somebody from Eugene, Oregon. They're going to draft Manuel Pregnon
Pregna. He just wants to call out his boy.
to sit
that's
next
all
to
it
Aaron
is.
Brewer.
Like,
No,
This guy is just
we'll let
advertising
him do it.
Oregon. This motherfucker.
We'll let him do
I've
it.
only
We'll let
drafted
him do
two,
it.
dude. I've only drafted 2 ducks. I've been good.
Okay, you've
It's like
only drafted 2.
It's like
ducks.
fantasy
Fuck
football
off.
where I only draft Steelers.
Now, I
Just
don't
won a
think
fucking ring
Falk,
doing that shit. What a fucking
Goddamn.
goon.
I don't think Falk or TJ Parker are bad picks
Goddamn
here,
right I
considering
did.
they gutted their entire.
I kind of think.
In,
What's up?
I was just saying they gutted that whole position.
Yeah.
I mean, and they had a good tandem there.
I think Falk could really fall out of the first pretty easily.
I
Like,
actually
he
had
also
him at
could
30 there.
at 30. Well,
Yeah,
let's see me and Aaron get an extra pick 31, 32. What do we let's talk about these ones together. What do we feel about the Patriots maybe taking a Falk or even a TJ Parker here? Like I think they could use some edge help. Oh, you showing me your paper.
I've seen a
I
lot
can't
of
see
people.
it, but I assume you're right.
Well, Falk was there.
Hell yeah.
I've seen a lot of people think they need to, and this is how reactionary certain football, especially football fans get. I see people already looking to draft a Will Campbell replacement here.
Dude,
It's like,
I don't blame him,
guys,
but
I get it to an extent,
I know.
but absolutely not. Like,
Not a chance.
this isn't a situation where he's not going to play next year. This is a situation where you don't expect him to get better.
yeah,
That
or you
I
might
don't
have to
get.
chip or something. Yeah, like it's not like he's useless.
No, absolutely not. And I don't even think I'm not fully out on this guy's never going to be a plus starter. He was young coming into this season. Am I Am I wrong on that? I thought he was a young rookie, kind of. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't
regardless,
remember.
one season, I don't
They
care. I said the same thing about Caleb Williams. It's one season in, I don't care.
if you're looking at Ian Achor, they did have him for a visit,
I mean,
but they had him, a guy from Memphis, come in, but those were the only 2 tackles. So
and how much of that is to show Campbell, hey, this is worth
to play the mental,
I I don't put that past a team to do that,
for sure.
you know,
For sure.
to leak information that they know a guy's going to see that they're looking at drafting his replacement, right after he has a disastrous playoff. Like I don't put that past them at all.
Yeah.
I also don't put it past them to actually draft his replacement.
There's a couple edges here. They hosted Zion Young, R. Mason Thomas. I've also seen get a little bit of buzz, maybe like around this region. And yeah, not a whole lot in this range, if that's where something you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, this is your pick
Well,
at
if
the
we
end of
can
the
talk
day.
about it, like we can.
Yeah, I know, but I
What does the room think?
if you want me to be fully honest, like I don't think it's going to be a 1-for-1 because he's not worth this, but I don't think that it's out of the question that this isn't in the AJ Brown deal.
I don't think they can because I think they do want to wait till June 1st because they I think
save
what
money.
happens is if they trade him before June 1st, it's like
Oh,
40
duh, I
million dead
forgot.
cap.
We
And then,
literally already talked about that too. I forget. Yeah, never mind.
oh, okay. Well, it's
Because
all
I
right.
was I was thinking like a first for like AJ Brown and like a second or a third or something like that.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
not probably something less than that, but whatever.
Would be nice to get a pick right now, but man, if they trade, anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it is, and they probably could use somebody that's on the board here. So,
How we feel about
man,
Zion Young? I kind of like him.
I like him, but I see him tied to the Bears a lot, and I think it's a little high for late first. Correct me if I'm wrong, AJ.
They drafted fucking Cole Strange in the first round a couple years ago.
That was the Belichick era. Leave him alone.
Surprises me. Nothing surprises me.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll give Vrabel
Bro.
some more slack, even though he drafted Traylon Burke. My bad.
I don't think he drafted Traylon Burke.
Oh, okay. We're giving Belichick.
We saw him
right.
raging when they traded the guy in the first place. I feel. I don't
He
know.
was involved with that pick.
He was in house when it happened. Yes.
He works there.
All right, I am just gonna steal this pick. I'm gonna go Zion Young. I do think he's kind of in this range. I've seen people getting higher and higher on the guy, and I think he can give you a stable level of like run stopping ability. And then you get in this range too, where like the edges are gonna start flying off the board in the second round. You gotta take your pick of the litter. And I think it'll be him, and they took him in for a visit too. So.
And this pick number 32 is Jadarian Price.
I hate it so much.
I think so.
I think we have the right to veto. What do you think, AJ?
I think I mocked that with Damon once, and he goes, "That's so early."
Okay.
It is early. It's
I've
definitely
seen it a lot. But
I think it's coming later. I do think it's happening. I think it fits perfectly. I don't think it's happening at 32 though.
I don't either. I think Keldrick Falk probably does.
Do they not pick again until like 64?
It's I think I don't even.
Of course, it won't show you.
Whatever. Look it up for me.
I am.
Thank you, sir. I think they pick in the third, maybe. I think the second round pick was Leonard Williams.
No, they do have 64. 64.
Oh,
32, 64, 96, and 188. Now that's from Google AI, so they might have the opposite of whatever that is.
Oh wait, that's actually just the Chargers picks.
Wait, did I just go on record on my AI take? Oh.
Oh God. Don't say that stuff. No, please.
Yeah, 32, 64, 96, 188. Okay, never mind. AI, you've proved me wrong. You were right.
Blind squirrel, yada yada. I think
4 picks is low. Sorry.
that is low. That's very few. But they also, house
Just won a
money.
championship.
Yeah, they're fine. They will survive. But I was thinking maybe like I think AJ mentioned Keldrick Falk. I could see an edge here for sure. So I could see him or TJ Parker. I could see Avion Terrell. They need another corner. I could see the Colton Hood for the same reason, or even the Brandon Cisse and Chris Johnson. I could see all that stuff. After that, like I could see like they kind of need a receiver. I don't think anybody left over is worth it. I like Chris Bell, not here. Yeah, it's getting a little rich after that. If we want to do price, I'm not gonna.
I do think that they are going to end up with Janarian Price. I don't know how. I don't
Some
know
way.
what it's going to look like to get there, but I do think come September that man is going to be wearing a fucking Seahawks jersey.
Man,
And I'll be
AJ,
all
any
for it.
complaints? Any complaints?
Fucking checks out, man. I'm sorry, Damon. I know you hate it.
No, it's okay. I get it.
It's
I
kind
get
of
it.
a
It's
reach. As a Notre Dame fan, I will even say it's kind of a reach. But one thing I will say is they need a running back really bad because
Another
yeah.
thing,
Charbonnet's missing probably the whole season. Let's be
another thing,
real.
when the board fell the way it has, and you're kind of just grabbing the last pick of the last pick of the litter in the first round, you just pick who you'd like a 5th-year option on. You know,
Yep.
Yeah, that's I can't really
and I
argue
mean,
that
Yep.
too much.
Kenneth Walker'd still be a Seahawk if he wasn't a second-round pick. I mean, at this point, I think they'd probably just say fuck it.
Also, this it doesn't fall off as much as I thought before we kind of dove in on this class a little bit further, but running
Still
back does
does.
fall. It falls off after Price.
Yeah, there's like if Price goes in the first round, I bet you get 0 running backs drafted day 2, and then you be waiting for all of them.
No,
day
you're
3.
probably right.
So.
I think that's right on the money, and
I
don't think it's wrong.
I just saved
What's up?
this mock, so once the draft happens, we can spin back and see how dog shit we are at mocking picks.
Oh, dude, if we get 5, I'll take it as a dub.
I think
non-top 10s is what I'll say.
Okay, I was about to say the first 3 are kind of gimmies.
I don't know. I wonder
know
about
about
the
the third.
Cardinals. I've also been hearing smoke about Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals.
I have
man.
as
I've been seeing a lot of trade.
Oh.
I've been seeing a lot of trade down talk for the Cardinals.
Yup. Apparently the Chiefs have been trying to contact them about trading up.
I saw that today for Ruben Bain.
That would be so nasty. They're like, legal trouble? Get that man on the team.
Somebody hand this
Is he
man some
talking
car
about
keys.
the Raiders or the Chiefs? We'll never know.
They should both stop getting people with so many legal troubles, and then maybe we would.
Hey, man,
if one of them
you can't
decided
say
to
that.
stop being.
Felons are good at football.
Dude, factual. Michael Vick did some
Factual.
work when he came back.
Michael
too.
Vick was a dog, no pun intended.
Michael Vick was a dog and did other things with dogs. Oh man, it's an unfortunate reality. Like if it's like there was like a BoJack episode where they like proved that the CEO of a company like murdered somebody, and like they went to him with proof of it, and then he like made this comment saying like, actually, you made me more wealthy because they know that I'm not like, I'm not turned off by malpractice or whatever. It's kind of the same thing with football players. It's like, oh, you have no soul and you'll fuck up anybody. Awesome, cool. Welcome to the team.
All right.
No conscience at all. Please knock some people out on Sundays.
I do want to point out that we did conquer the 4 Ohio State picks in the top 10.
Did we?
We did do that.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we got 4.
We
We
did.
got Caleb Hassan. We did it.
Also have 2
I've
Miami
heard-
We did.
top 10.
I thought that is cool. We got 2 Miami before 2 Ohio State. That's interesting.
That is funny. I have heard people say that this might be the first draft where we have like 5 from one school in the top 10 or something like that. That ain't happening because that would be Cade McDonald. Cade McDonald's not a top 10 pick.
Hell no. Would there be anybody? No. It's
He'd
just
be
gonna
the only
4.
one.
It'd be 4. If we can get them all in the top 10, that'd be sick. But
And I don't even know if we'll get all 4 in the top 10, but it'd be kind of cool.
would be. I think it's pretty likely. I think there's a good
Actually, now
chance.
that but with those 4, because actually Caleb Downs is even a little bit further down than what he has been in a lot of mocks. So no, I think all 4 are going in the top 10.
He could fall out though. The safety tax, man. It happens.
Yeah. He gives you so much more value than what your regular everyday safety does, though.
Yeah.
I really like that guy a lot, and
I think that Caleb
I
Downs is like a good Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams was good when he came in, man. He might have got a
But
little
like,
overvalued, but
yeah,
like he made an All Pro. I'm pretty sure.
we'll see, man.
I don't
We'll
know.
see the way
Doesn't matter.
we'll see the way everything cuts. I think
Derwin better.
I think that was a pretty successful mock. I think all of our teams would be better for that. I know Damon would have a Jordan Tyson jersey in the cart during the
Maybe, I don't
draft.
know. I am really scared of the injury stuff with him, but like
Fair.
at
Yeah.
that point, the value is just worth it. Like it's baked in. Yeah, sure, we'll take him at 22. We'll get whatever machine scanned JSN's feet, get him the right shoe size.
Yeah.
Make sure he knows how to ball on Sundays. That
Yeah,
shit's crazy. That dude was running around in fucking clown shoes, dude. Clown shoeing other dudes in his clown shoes. Y'all hear about
Well,
that or no?
no.
I did.
Oh, he was wearing size 12 shoes. Yeah, I figured AJ did. He was wearing size 12 shoes at Ohio State, and then when he got drafted to the Seahawks, they scanned his feet and found out that he wears a 10 and a half. And he was going through hamstring injuries and stuff through college, and then when he like got his feet scanned, he suddenly has no issues anymore. And it's
Oh
like,
my
yeah, because you're
god.
dragging around like a pound extra of shoe material than you need. Like, yeah. So
Oh,
sorry, I
that's
thought you'd heard
just
about that.
No, I think that does ring a bell, but I think I do remember that. Was
That came out a
that
couple
like
days ago.
Oh, okay, well, never mind. Never mind. I didn't hear about that then.
Yeah, I was
That's wild.
blown away by it. I would love to get my foot scanned just in case. Like, I'm pretty sure I also wear a 10 and a half, but
I do as well.
let's go. 10 and a half gang.
11.
All right, bro.
Superior.
Okay, bro.
They always have my side, bitch.
Bro, I'm coming over to your place right now to check your toes. You don't wear an
Go
11.
for it. Go
You're
for it,
bullshitting.
bitch.
That shit's gonna be a 9.5.
Bitch, do not do
I'm
that
gonna be
to
giving you
me.
a pair of baby Jordans for your birthday, bro.
Single digit shoe size and under 6 foot. Not me. Never me.
Whoa, yeah, right. And
No, I have a double digit
I was
shoe
gonna say,
size.
Ann's doing some heavy lifting there.
Yeah, maybe. And or whatever. Same
Yeah,
thing.
whatever.
Oh man.
AJ, any prospects you're in love with? You haven't been on the show yet, so
I have not.
I know you want Ioane for the Steelers, but
I do. I think that's the best. Oh, I said it in the group chat earlier. I think it just makes the most sense for the future. You know, we got 2 good receivers. We got Pat Freiermuth, who like love him or hate him, he's decent. We got a good running back room. Just makes sense to get a good, interior lineman before we get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year if we're dog shit this year.
wouldn't that be nice?
I do like Ty Simpson, but
He'll
it's
get
not
it.
gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. That boy's a Cardinal. He's wearing red.
Wonder.
I think
He went for a meeting with the Dolphins too. You see that?
Yeah, but that's a smoke screen.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I could see that partially being a smokescreen. I
Yep.
also think it's kind of weird now with the Steelers rolling into these workouts with and I know
Yeah, who'd
these
they work
workouts
out?
really it's well I was just saying rolling into like this
Like
off-season
off-season
workouts
workouts.
with Will Howard. Yeah, because
yeah.
they're treating Will Howard as QB1. I don't know, like I don't see
It can't be.
anything bad with them just rolling with him this year at quarterback.
Oh no, these workouts are horrifying. Do you want to hear them, Aaron? Hey, AJ?
Go for it.
All right. So the quarterbacks the Pittsburgh Steelers have called for top 30 interviews.
I know Carson Beck's one of them, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah, would you like to guess them all?
How many
If you
is
get
there?
any wrong, I'm cutting you off.
How many is there?
There's 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I know Ty Simpson isn't one of them.
It's not.
They met him at his pro day. So Carson Beck.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess this is useless. Yeah, Carson Beck's one.
Um, Drew Aller.
One of no, you're cut off.
Really?
The
You're
other one,
wrong.
wrong ass bitch. Ha, you suck. Cole Payton out of North Dakota State,
Okay.
and Talon Green, the combine warrior.
What the fuck is
Oh,
Mike?
I have heard about this.
What is
guy.
Mike McCarthy doing?
I don't know, bro. But like you said, they met with Ty Simpson as pro day, so all this doesn't matter at all.
I know, but come on, he's not a Steeler.
Ty Simpson.
He's just saying that so that if he is, he's going to be
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised.
He's hedging his happiness right now, 100%.
Clip it.
I'm surprised he didn't draft like Drew Aller in the first with his pick.
Take it back.
I'm wrong about everything. We got anything else to talk about? Or are we gonna?
I was going to hop into a little bit of Cubs and a little bit of basketball.
All right, AJ, you're welcome to stay along. You can leave if you got to go do stuff. But yeah.
All right. Well, you lost me at basketball, boys. This is the part where I leave. I have.
One of these days you'll get it.
I won't. I have
He's
dad
just mad
duties.
because
What?
Jaron Jackson Jr. is
Yeah.
at Jazz now.
He's
so
mad
pissed.
because the Grizz is shit. He's mad because Ja Morant ain't what he was supposed to be, and that he's still.
Bro's too busy shooting off the court to be shooting on it.
I can't believe I didn't go to college at Georgia.
See you, AJ. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Go Steelers. Fuck the Browns.
Love
Fuck
you,
the
buddy. Pleasure having you on.
How the fuck do I hang this thing up?
I don't know.
Hit the X.
You'll figure
Okay.
it
Love
out.
you. Bye.
Bye. Man, that was awesome. All right,
Love
so you
it.
want to talk about the Cubbies? What are the Cubs up to? I hear are they still garbage or what's up?
No. So
Fine.
actually, yes, I'm not changing anything. They're a terrible sports organization and
Yeah.
they must continue to be slandered by me. No, just kidding. Shout out to the offense for finally waking up. These bats have been going. Now the Mets are in an absolute free fall. In fact, they were winning in the ninth inning. Cubs are up to bat and then tie the game, put it into extra innings, and then beat them in the 10th to put the Mets at 11 straight losses.
Oh my
They are in
God.
free fall mode right now. I am so sorry, Mets fans, because every year it feels like that happens with the Mets. Like I remember they had championship aspirations like 2 seasons ago, and then Jake DeGrom like has not season-ending injury. Like I think it was like week 1 or 2 of the season. Mets are just cursed, man. But it's just nice to see that the Cubs have finally woken up. I hope it's not just them picking on a team while they're down. I'm hoping that's them actually waking up. They're going
be
against the
nice.
Phillies again starting today. Phillies also kind of in free fall mode. They are 8-13 going into this one. Cubs are 12-9, so we are still early in the season, but I hope this actually means that they're becoming a consistent good team that can show up night in and night out. Now, the last thing I'll say on it, don't mean to go on too crazy of a rant, is I'm still allowing all of the justification for everything I was upset about to start this season off because I understand it's early season. I understand you can't win a championship in April. But in relating this to football talk a little bit, the Cincinnati Bengals can hang their hat on this. You can lose the championship or your playoff berth early in the season. If you get into such a hole that you're spending the entire season just trying to not be a bottom dweller in your division, how can you ever even think championship if you can't even be amongst the top of your division because you got off onto a wrong foot every year? I don't know. So I understand sky isn't falling. It's early season, but I'm just glad to see that everything's moving in the right direction now. So
Yeah, that's good. Stop getting in your own way. That's the easiest way to start winning games.
yeah. And the absolute last thing I'll say is the MLB record. I don't know if this is something that's actually fully like tracked, but from what I could tell, the most I could find for most pitchers on IL at one time in MLB history was 14. As of like 2 days ago, the Cubs had 11 pitchers on IL. So
Goodness.
and that made up for. I got a notification that 35% of their pitching roster was on IL, and 2 guys went to IL after I got that notification. So
Wow.
they
Goodness
were looking at
gracious.
like 50% of their whole pitching staff but it is what it is. Bats are coming alive. Love to see it. But to get you involved a little bit more, I know we had a little bit of fun watching the old NBA playoffs this weekend. So I want you to kind of kick this off. How are you?
Oh,
How you feeling so
dude,
far?
man, I listened to to the NBA Daily today talk about all these games, and I think about 75% of these series they declared it over already,
Yeah.
which is outrageous. The one thing for I'll even start with the Thunder because I saw a little bit of that. The Suns were really getting their shots in, and at first it's like the broadcasters were talking about how we just didn't have like perimeter D, which is like very true. And just watching them drain shot after shot in that first quarter was really leaving me worried. Like, holy shit, are we gonna get upset round one because we don't have what it takes to defend this team? And then we go on like a 15-2 run after like another crazy run, and suddenly it just wasn't even a competition anymore. And then so I was thinking about like, is this really like a bad thing for the playoffs, or is like having a weak ass team like this just a reward for getting the 1 seed? Are they like punished to be cannon fodder for the top team so that they can have some sort of reward?
See, this is why I question the play-in. I think the format of the play-in is wonderful. It's
It's fun.
awesome.
I have a lot of fun
But
watching the play in. I don't know that it's
oh, it was
great though.
great. I know it's super cool, but that cool factor immediately gets rid because now we have a good amount of data on the play-in,
Yeah.
and now the data for these play-in teams making any sort of noise in the playoffs does not look good now.
No,
It just
dude.
doesn't.
We
The
mentioned on the
old
last show that like the Hornets are the reason to have this, and they fucking lost. They
They
fucking
lost,
blew
yeah.
it. Uh,
Yep.
a disaster class against Orlando. Like,
Everybody was on their side.
I was.
Everybody. The whole world, man. The whole NBA. I saw freaking like Heat fans were like, "No, go do it. Go do it."
Yeah,
Like,
we're proud to have lost to you. Yeah, right. Whatever. They're too busy
and
crying
then
about LaMelo.
this is my biggest thing with this Charlotte team. I really hope it's not a chemistry and
Like a jaw
what's
situation.
personality. Yeah, like a chemistry or personality mismatch rather than just them being young. Because if it's just them being young, run it back next year.
Yeah.
But if this is like a LaMelo's not a true leader, Khan isn't what he was cracked up to be. Now you can't really be saying anything about Khan yet because, yeah, you
I
don't know.
heard there was a back injury I never heard about before with Khan. I had
I'm
it's
I might
always a
not be up to
fucking
date on
injury,
that.
man. I never it's like I'm about done criticizing athletes at all. It's always an injury every time. It's
Which is why, and you and I have had conversations about this. And just to fully put it out there, we do take injuries absolutely very seriously. Don't take me saying what I'm about to say as anything other than that. But sometimes I do wonder if sometimes they throw out a nagging injury to kind of minimize the damage a little bit.
yeah, just to ease the pressure from the media and from fans and stuff.
Human nature, I would be thinking to do some shit like that if I just didn't show up to what people were expecting me to. Now, I'm not
Yeah, I
claiming
probably
he's
would.
doing that.
Oh,
No,
dude, my
100%.
there's something wrong with my toes.
Yeah,
I
turf
can't get up
toe.
there, and yeah, I got
You
turf
play
toe. I can't shoot. That'd be funny as
you
fuck. And
you play wing for the Charlotte Hornets.
yeah, this new turf they installed, man, here in Charlotte, I can't take it,
Flag football in Charlotte's really popular, guys.
dude. And it's totally not against my contract. Uh, so they got completely
Yeah.
caked by the Orlando Magic, and then the Magic decided that they're actually a real team and stuck it to the Pistons, who
Yeah.
I was kind of giving them some ease because Cade Cunningham got hurt, and then we didn't really know what was going to happen, but they kept winning games. But now they got back into the playoffs. It looks like Cade might still be, well, not Cade might still be, like they still might be too dependent on Cade to generate offense. Do you think there's any legs to that, or
Um, I'll follow up your question with a question.
oh boy,
How many shots do you think Cade Cunningham took?
I don't know. I know he scored 30 something, but
27 shots. It's a lot of shots.
How many threes?
8, which is fine. That's fine because
Yeah.
you consider he took 8, Tobias Harris took 7. Why? And Duncan
What year
Robinson
is it?
took 6, and he went 3 for 6. I mean, yeah, that's not an insane amount. 27 shots overall. I got to haphazardly watch this game a little bit. Really down the stretch is when I got to a little bit. And what I noticed was no matter what kind of momentum the Pistons were able to sort of generate there for a little bit, the Magic just shut it down on their floor in Detroit. They were not allowing them to gain an inch towards down the stretch of this game. Um, Shout out, because just how I said everybody was on Charlotte Hornets side, everybody was talking about how this team was a disaster. They were stumbling into the playoffs. Us both, I went full, I think I specifically said that
Oh yeah.
stumbling.
I think you called a sweep here.
I, I don't doubt it.
Let's go back and find out. I think I probably did
I
too.
fully believed that to be true because I had said, I think I specifically said they are stumbling into the playoffs and when they should be sprinting through the finish line. And what they did is they stopped and grabbed a protein bar, energy bar, and
Oh,
started eating it and let everybody keep going. And then they regained their energy a little bit and then started sprinting again.
you actually
Wow,
had the
what?
Pistons in 6, so you're good to go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're still on pace.
And
Oh no, you had them in 7. I had them in 6. So yeah, we were actually. I think this
okay.
is because we thought the Hornets were going to be in though. I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking Hornets with
Hornets.
that.
Yep.
So I mean, we still had whatever. Who cares?
Magic might be a better matchup. We didn't get to talk about this on the show, but we talked about it on Xbox chat over the weekend, saying that like that Hornets team and the way that they competed against the Magic was not going to be physical enough to beat the Pistons, but Magic might be. Magic might have a decent set of skills to be able to shut this down. Maybe. I mean, I think that would be insane, and you may as well just give the conference finals to the Celtics if this happens. But
Well, and PB No J decides to actually shoot above 50%, not just start taking bricks everywhere from, inside the 3-point line.
PB
PB No J. But I mean, they
incredible.
still got to clean this up, man, because Desmond Bain shooting 7 for 20, 1 for 8 from the 3-point line. Jalen Suggs shooting 6 for 16, 3 for 10 from deep. Like, you got to clean that up,
That's
man.
gross.
It's very gross. 7 for 20 is nasty to look. I mean, that's the epitome of shooting tour dates. Like,
Yeah, that's what they
I don't.
mean.
Yeah. Now three for low teens, like 3 for 18 or high teens. I mean, 3 for 18. Those are my favorite tour dates.
Those are the true tour
But
dates. Yeah,
those are the true tour dates. But
we're touring in the winter, not in.
hey, 7 for 20, July 20th. That's a tour date, man.
That's a tour date. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
But no, going forward, I do think Pistons are going to regain control of this series, but I do like what I've seen from Orlando going forward.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Any other noteworthy games or
Ye-
moments or goats or non-goats or destructive burner accounts or
Yeah, we call out athletic shows a lot on this show, which we love the
that's fine.
athletic. If any of you guys ever listen to our show,
Just watch the Athletic; they're better.
no, I meant if anybody from the athletic
Oh,
watched our show,
they're not.
keep
But
listening.
yeah, we love
but
you. Keep up the good work.
no, the one that I specifically was upset with. Actually, no, I was kind of upset with the Knicks and Hawks one that they said it's over. That's not over. The Cavs and Raptors one. Why is that series over? Why? What
Yeah.
makes you believe that series is over?
I kind of zoned out too listening to it. I thought that was a little fast too. I don't know that I'm so confident about the Cavs keeping it rolling that I would believe that. I mean, I guess if you don't think that the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
that they just don't have what it takes quite yet. But I don't know, man. Like I don't think the Cavs are super stellar either.
And we have limited exposure to Brandon Ingram in the playoffs. We
Mm-hmm.
have a plenty of footage to show us that James Harden can disappear in the playoffs.
Yep.
And Cleveland's up 1-0, and it's halftime, and it's 54-48.
Yeah, it's not that
I
bad.
just
It just
this
got
just
away from them. I'm willing to bet, but
this just is not over by any stretch of the imagination for me. Um, yeah, but whatever.
yeah, whatever. Did
I
you
think
see
that's gonna be a fun one.
you see the Spurs game? How'd you feel about the stadium, man?
Awesome.
Yeah. I think the
So
colors are a little tacky, but like the camaraderie, I'm about it. So
So that is that's like a Spurs throwback. That's what
yeah,
they used to do in like the '90s, and they're bringing that back. And I love that they're bringing that back. I think it's cool.
yeah.
Um, I think the Oakland Raiders black and gray, black silver kind of works for me. The Spurs black and silver never has the same way that the Raiders does for me, though. Don't know why.
Something,
I know you
something.
don't
Both
like the
horrible.
Raiders. Yeah, yeah, you don't.
They're
You well,
fine. I'm just being an asshole. But I was about to call you out, but then you called yourself out and made sense of it all. So I said whatever.
yeah,
There's something there.
yeah. But no, I
Wemby,
like what they're
dude,
doing. Oh,
he not phased by the moment whatsoever. He was so ready for that game, man. And like the way that the Trailblazers had to completely avoid the paint was just I, I've never seen anything like it. It's like they just didn't even like. It was like there was like a fucking roadblock there. They didn't even want to try.
because there is.
There is, yeah, and he just got announced today. That I think the first unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Was it since a timeline or is it ever?
Well, since the merger, the
Oh,
ABA
okay,
NBA merger.
okay.
Um, hot take. I think by the end of his career, um, actually, before I get into
I don't think
this,
this is even gonna. If you say what I think you're gonna say, it's not even a hot take. Go ahead, say it.
throw a marker down.
I will. I will.
Okay.
I will.
One thing I will say is before the end of his career, I think there's a couple things we will know, and there's something that's going to be up in the air about Wemby. I think what we will know is that he's an absolute phenom. They just don't build guys like that. He has like the ideal basketball build that people hadn't really thought of before him.
7'5", yeah, pretty ideal.
Yeah, like he's like what somebody who's not even actually thinking about the logistics of something would create for like the typical or
Yeah, like a
the
little kid's
ideal build.
drawing of a basketball player.
Exactly.
Make him as tall as a house, and
And normally you have a parent that's like, well, son, he or or daughter, he needs if he's this tall, he's not going to be quick. If this then that. Wemby takes a lot of those if then factors because he's not slow. You're not like, oh my God, this guy can't make it down the floor. Basically, to wrap it all up, we will be questioning whether he's the GOAT or not. I do think that there is going to be a stat that we are going to start tracking eventually within his career of like shots not taken due to this player, however you want to frame that. That is going to be an advanced stat, I think.
I don't know how
It's
to even measure his impact. It's so unbelievable to see. You like, man, how can we put a stat to this? There has to be a way, but I don't know how you do it.
they're going to find a way to track what he's able to because right now they're giving him depoy but they're really and yeah they're using stocks they're using all those defensive metrics but really a lot of the reason he's unanimously defensive player of the year is this thing in every person's head that they can't fully put on a sheet of paper to tell you why. It's just the eye test.
Yep.
That man does the job of three separate defenders
Yeah.
in one person.
Yeah, watch the game and notice how nobody's within 5 feet of him and then say he's not depoy. Like, you can't. And the hot take I thought you were going to say is that he's going to be the best defensive player of all time. I've already heard that. I've
Yeah,
already heard he's the best defense player of all time, and I don't think it's really that contestable. Like, who's done this?
that's funny that yeah, that doesn't even, like, cross my mind as a hot take because I
It's
think
not.
that that's, like that th I can't even say what I'm thinking really
Yeah,
because it's
it's
just like he limits an offense the way no player ever has before.
yeah, it's a way where it's like if you can't shoot, you're gonna lose. You just will. Like there's no way that you can have an efficient night underneath. You just can't.
No. They're not thinking, "Oh, are they going to be playing man? Are they gonna be playing a zone?" Or they think,
How are we
"Where's
gonna make enough
Wemby at?
threes? Yeah.
Where is Wembanyama at, and how are we gonna get him to a point on the floor defending that we want him to be at?" We want because I've noticed a lot of people will try to draw him to the outside, maybe get around. They are physically changing the structure of their offense to find a way to score when this guy's underneath the hoop, man. Like it's just
Yeah, man. I really hope the Nuggets take care of them, man. The Nuggets better win this series because, like, I do not want to play the Spurs, bro. With Thunder's trying to back, we don't need any distractions like this. We don't need an alien in OKC. We need something else.
distraction or kryptonite. What do you mean? It's
Dude.
not
Yeah, distraction's
distraction.
definitely the wrong word, but
Yeah.
it is also a distraction. They'll probably just watch him and be like, "Oh, bro, what?" That's probably why they're so bad. They're just in awe at him. They don't know what to do.
Do
Shay's
you
going up to
think
try to get a shot, and he's half his size. Like,
do you think Wembanyama was sitting right here on their minds when they went and got Jared McCain? Extra shooter.
maybe. Yeah, I mean, I
Wemby's just
definitely
sitting right
do.
here.
I would say for sure. Yeah, they definitely need a shooter. And, like, they got shooters too, but I still don't think any of them are, like, super reliable. Bro, if I see Lou Dort shoot another fucking three, bro, I'm going to blow up. I. Like, and there was a point where I really thought he was like a reliable shooter. Bro, he can't. Dude.
He gives me like Draymond Green in his prime 3-point shooter vibes where like
Oh, yeah.
he can toss in a couple of them, and if you let him go volume shooter with it, he might have a few good nights, but there's not
He
really a good
can't.
reason to do that.
I just see him like we get to a point where we need a shot and we're like, oh, or we'll just get it to our shot maker, Lou Dort. I'm like, dude, no, he's not consistent like that. No, and I'd
I
rather rely on like the Joes or the AJ Mitchells or even McCain than Dort. But I know Dort's out there for his defense. I'm not trying to really shit on the
yeah.
guy. Like I know his role. I just can't stand watching him shoot threes.
Yeah, no, I fully get that, and then I love seeing the Isaiah Joe stat line 3 for 8 from deep, and they were those were his only jump shots were 3-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, and he wasn't that on either, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought McCain was gonna be a bigger part of this rotation come playoffs. I wonder if that's
Yeah.
something maybe they're saving for later as, like, a matchup mishap sort of thing, and maybe with the Suns,
I
they're trying to just not
I
coast, but keep doing what they were doing.
yeah. I wonder if they go small ball if they see the Spurs and they run out a really shooting type lineup because they just like, what's the point in trying to out big Wemby? You're not going to. Like, you need shooters. We got shooters. Maybe they just send like, all of their best shooters out on the days they're going against the Spurs. I don't know. I really couldn't say what they're gonna try to cook up there, but they're gonna need to start working with some range.
Yeah.
Because even Shea was like had a really bad shooting day and got most of his work through underneath and getting fouls and all that.
Well, we are probably getting pretty close to time here. I mean,
Yeah,
and we'll touch. I mean, we're gonna do a deep dive on the NBA playoffs next week. That's about all we're gonna have. Well, actually, we'll
we'll be
have draft
talking
recap.
draft probably. Yeah,
Draft recap. Yeah.
we're gonna have tons
Okay.
of time to talk about the playoffs. I think it happens for like 2 months, month and a half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably recap what's happened from now and then at the end of next week. So yeah, next week's probably just going to be some draft recap, and then we'll check in on the NBA playoffs. maybe we'll have some news between now and then. But yeah, I think we had a pretty successful mock, and was nice to check in on the NBA playoffs. But do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
I think I'm good.
Well, we will
Oh,
check
ooh,
in. Oh,
ooh. Chargers started their off-season program, and both Joe Alt and Rayshawn Slater were there.
all
They are
right.
on
I
good
do love to
pace,
hear
I
that.
think.
That's awesome. I really do love to hear that. Um, yeah, sweet. I haven't really heard anything Bears wise.
Slow season, man.
Yeah. I very curious to see where they're going
Dude, they just have
with that
such a
pick.
fun amount of picks, like with the first and second round. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what they do. If I can, maybe what does it look like their biggest? I mean, you can kind of assume they're probably going to look at a lot of not tight ends, a lot of safeties, and then a lot of like edges and defense, like trenches.
Safety
And
and defensive line. Yeah. Left tackle.
oh, they brought in Big Citrus for a meeting. Let's go.
I know Zion Young should be on there.
He is.
Cade
Keontae Scott,
McDonald.
who's a nickel, he's basically a safety.
Caden Proctor
Was he? Yeah. Actually,
might not be.
he's not. They
The
might have saw him at a pro day or something.
Yeah.
Caden McDonald, though. I'm
Yeah.
still
I think
trying to
that's
decide
actually who
whether or not I
initially.
like him as a first rounder, but
Yeah, I saw him mock to the Bears a lot early in the draft discussion process, but I'm not seeing it as much anymore. But I don't know. We will see.
high
Let's
two is
see how
my
many we get
guess.
right.
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. But
All
yeah.
right. That's all. Adios.
Peace.